Hi there, guys. So we've got some triangles here. Now, these are right angle triangles, but they include angles. Now, what could that mean for the maths? Could it mean we're doing Pythagoras? I'll give you a clue. Nope. But it is right angle triangles, so you figure it out. But you can use a calculator, so that will probably help. If it helps, I'm going to draw these at the top here, which might be a huge hint for those that haven't figured out what maths you're going to need. Anyway, you've got 5 minutes starting now. Put down that cup of tea and that biscuit and get doing some maths. You've got 4 minutes 50 left. Off you go. Got 3 questions to do. Off you go. 4 minutes 30. Remember, you'll need a calculator. Brilliant. Oh, that's great. Oh, it did make me chuckle. Right, okay. So let's go. Right, we have some triangles. We've got a right angle triangle. It involves an angle. That means 3 silly words. It means so, ka, toa is what it means. It's going to be trig. And I'm just going to check with my triangles that my coffee does definitely have 1 sugar in it, yes?
No.
No, can you put sugar in? Right, so ka, so C-A-H. So the same way that we say the letters and we spell them out is exactly how they go into the triangles from the bottom left, and you just go around to the right. I'm not quite sure why the pen sometimes at the moment is a bit jaggedy, but never mind, that'll be fine. So first one, let's have a look. Let's label up those sides, though. I'll use a different pen for that. So there's my angle. So that is the opposite side. That is the long side, so it's the hypotenuse. And that is the adjacent one next to it. Right, now I'm trying to find the length of AB. So that is this side here, the adjacent side. This is the side we're not using then, because it's not in the question. Which means I've got A and H, which means the ka triangle up here. And I am trying to find length AB. So that's A, the adjacent side. So if you mentally cover that up, we're left with C times H. So that is cos times by H. Now remember, sine, cos and tan are nothing without something in them. You put the angle in it. It doesn't really mean anything on its own. So cos of 25 times by 12.5. Cos of 25, shut that bracket, times by 12.5 equals, it doesn't say any particular rounding, so I'm going to do 1 decimal place. 11.3, it's 11.3288, etc. I'm going to go 11.3. Okay, change pen, and let's go for another one. Green. Right, number 2, down here, I've got that angle, I've got that side. I'm trying to find RT, so that's this one. Again, that's the adjacent side. Now that's the hypotenuse and that's the opposite. We are not using the hypotenuse this side, so I've got O and A. That means I've got this triangle, the tan triangle, and I'm trying to find the adjacent side again. Now this time, if I cover up adjacent, I'm left with O over T. So adjacent equals the opposite side divided by T. Now T is tan, of course. The opposite side is 14. And we want tan of something, tan of the angle. You always put the angle into sine, cos, or tan. 14 divided by tan of 53, and shut that bracket. To 1 decimal place, 10 point, well, it's 549,757, etc. So it's 10.5 to 1 decimal place. Let's have another change of pen. Let's go for the really awful magenta. This time, 3. ABC is a right angle triangle. Calculate the size of angle ACB. ACB. That centre letter is where the angle is. So it's that angle there. Now that is the opposite side. That is the long one, so it's the hypotenuse. And that's the adjacent. Now the adjacent isn't part of my question. I've just got O and H, which means I'm using the sine triangle. But what am I trying to find? I've got O and I've got H, which means I'm trying to find S, which is sine. But remember, sine is sine of the angle. Let's call the angle C. All right, angle C equals O over H, right, which is 8 over 10.5. Now, the things I don't want C, sorry, I do want C. I don't want sine of C, I want C. Angles are shifty. Remember, you press shift to get sine to the -1. You're doing the inverse of sine. It's like the opposite. So inverse sines. Press shift, press sine, and then put in 8 over 10.5, or 8 divided by 10.5. Cursor across and shut the bracket. The angle is, to 1 decimal place, 49.6. It's 49 degrees, yeah, 49.632406, etc. 1 decimal place, 49.06. Remember, angles are shifty. And if it's a right angle triangle and you're after an angle, it's going to be trigonometry. Yep, Sokotoa. Okay, off to the main part of your lesson, please. Farewell. Bye-bye.